I am Dr. David Wikenheiser. I'm a naturopathic physician and I work with people to solve their health concerns using regenerative medicine. This video is the third in my series on low dose immunotherapy. This is an important treatment for balancing your immune system. In this video I will discuss how to balance your immune system. So as a review, we've got in our immune system, we've got white blood cells that attack invaders. We have various chemicals that upregulate, downregulate, and balance our immune system known as cytokines. And within those cytokines there's Th1 and Th2. Th1 is the immune system within our cells. If we have a deep infection, to sustain that deep infection, we'll lose our Th1, that'll downregulate, and necessarily always with Th1 going down, Th2 goes up. And so we'll have generalized challenges, immune system challenges such as rash, fever, aches and pains throughout the body. And the next concept is molecular mimicry. This is where your immune system will attack an invader, such as a bacterium. That invader will unfortunately mimic in its protein structure parts of our body, and our immune system, after attacking that bacterial infection and others, will then look for similar protein structures in our body to the bacterium and attack us. And there's a lot of published research on that topic, and it's pretty unfortunate, but it does happen throughout our bodies. Now that's partly based upon problems such as problems coming from our genetics. So certain people are more genetically predisposed to certain mimicry situations. Now there's an important concept with intolerance in the immune system. We have many exposures and many substances all around us. Take, for example, external pollen. So some people go through the spring and fall, exposure to grass, tree, flower pollen with no problem. They don't stuff up, they don't get a runny nose, they don't get red reactions within their skin, they don't get anything. They are tolerant of those stimulants. Other people react very badly. So we need to look at internal and external immune stimulants. So imbalance can come in many forms. So if it's internal, that means within our body that if we have an immune system that's overactive, we'll end up attacking ourselves, and that will be autoimmune. Internally, if we don't have an active immune system, we can run the risk of cancer. So cells that are errant, that have gone sideways, that are multiplying uncontrollably and possibly invading, our immune system, when it's underactive internally, we have a higher risk of cancer cells getting going. Now let's talk about external. External, that would be food, that would be environmental stimuli, things like pollen, plant dust. There's different dusts that come off different plants, and there's all kinds of foods. There are chemicals, there's anything from external. So if you have an overactive immune system, externally, that can directly lead to allergic reactions. Underactive, that's infections, that's bacteria, that's viruses, that's parasites, and even fungus can invade us. So if we have a balanced immune system, we don't have to worry about autoimmune, cancer, allergies, or infections. That's our goal, is to have a balanced immune system that's active when it needs to be and resting and ready and not overreacting the rest of the time. So immune tolerance is a huge issue here. And this is widely discussed for problems such as asthma in Japan. In Japan, many of the people are living in large cities and in a very industrialized society. They're not being exposed and developing tolerance to various substances. There's something known as a beta-glucan. These are small non-vascular plants similar to a fungus that grow in the soil. And so when you garden, you're exposed to this and you develop more of a tolerance and you don't overreact. So in Japan, they've got less exposure to the soil, more reactivity. Then you've got, because they just don't see these things. The other is that they've got a high degree in many parts of the country of exposure to industrial chemicals. So they're getting something from the outside that their bodies cannot handle, and they're not getting things that they should have been exposed to. This is part of the discussion, such as having small children with asthma. there's a higher incidence of asthmatic children in households that did not have pets growing up. So they didn't get exposed to the pet danders and that stimuli. So when they do come in contact later in life, they overreact. So the whole issue with immune tolerance is to not overreact in your immune system. Do what needs to be done, but not too much. And in effect, do not attack yourself. So allowing your Th1, that cytokine situation within cells, to allow it to operate in balance for better immunity, that is helped with a prescription for something called naltrexone, low dose naltrexone. LDI, low dose immunotherapy, will help your Th2 cytokines, whole body, to balance. So your immune system is wonderful and essential to life, but it must be in balance so it's not overreacting. So next is going to be video number 4, how low dose immunotherapy actually works. How does it balance the immune system? I'm Dr. David Wikenheiser, and we go on now to my 4th video on low dose immunotherapy.